Late afternoon, the entrance hall of Calivorne Castle. Sorvane stands before the portrait of Lirenne, the same place he stopped on his first day, unable to move. He has passed this portrait 100 times in the weeks since his arrival. He always slows down. He has not yet admitted to himself that he sometimes comes here deliberately. He studies the painting the way he studies maps before a campaign, looking for something, not yet sure what. It had started simply enough. A portrait in a hallway, a dead woman's face. He had told himself it was the craftsmanship. The painter had done something extraordinary with the eyes, made them follow you. That was all it was, a technical achievement, nothing more. He had told himself this for 2 weeks. He was running out of ways to believe it. The steward appears at the far end of the hall, moving silently on his rounds. He sees Sorvane at the portrait and pauses. His face gives away nothing, but his eyes, for just a moment, are very careful.
How old was she?
The steward approaches slowly and stands beside him, looking up at the portrait.
20 years old, my lord. The portrait was commissioned on her 20th birthday.
She looks as though she knew exactly what she was.
She did, my lord, from the time she was very small. Lord Calivorne made certain of it.
Sorvane is quiet for a moment.
Tell me about her.
A beat. The steward looks at the portrait for a long moment before he answers. When he speaks, his voice is perfectly controlled. Perfectly.
What would you like to know, my lord?
Anything. Everything. What was she like?
They have moved to a small sitting room off the entrance hall. A fire, 2 chairs. The steward pours wine for Sorvane and nothing for himself. He never drinks on duty, and he is always on duty. He sits with his ancient hands folded in his lap, and he tells the truth. Every word of it. In the wall behind the fireplace, a hidden gap, narrow as a hand's width, behind an ornamental iron bracket. Lirenne is there. She arrived before them. She has not moved since.
She was her father's daughter in every way that mattered. His intelligence, his foresight, his, forgive me, my lord, his absolute refusal to be managed by anyone who had not earned the right.
She sounds formidable.
She was the most formidable person I have known in 60 years of service. And I served Lord Calivorne for 40 of them.
A beat.
Her mother's eyes.
Yes. Lady Sorvane had violet eyes. Lady Lirenne inherited them exactly. Lord Calivorne could never look at her for very long without... He loved her very much.
And the scent. What is that scent? I smell it everywhere in this castle. On my pillows sometimes. In the garden.
The steward's hands tighten almost imperceptibly in his lap.
Violets, my lord. Lady Sorvane's garden. Lady Lirenne spent a great deal of time there. The scent lingers.
Yes, it does. Was she happy here? Before?
She was entirely happy here, my lord. This was her whole world. The castle, the lands, the people. She knew every family on the Sylvanmere by name, every child, every horse.
He pauses, as though choosing his next words from a very limited and very precious supply.
She was, the finest duchess this land has ever known. Lord Calivorne built everything for her, every alliance, every improvement to the land, the hidden... Everything he built for her.
I keep thinking about her. Is that... I know it's strange. A woman I never met.
It is not strange, my lord. She had that effect on people, even through a portrait.
A silence. The fire crackles. Sorvane turns his wine cup in his hands.
I would have liked to meet her.
The steward says nothing for a long moment. His face is a masterwork of careful stillness.
Yes, my lord, I believe you would have.
The hidden passage. Lirenne has not moved. The fire's warmth barely reaches her through the gap in the wall. She is cold. She does not notice. She has been listening to a man she was prepared to hate describe his longing for a woman he believes is dead, a woman who is standing 4 inches from his world, in the dark, not breathing. She should leave. She has heard enough, more than enough. She does not leave. Below, she hears the sound of Sorvane setting down his wine cup, the creak of the chair as he stands, his footsteps crossing to the door.
Thank you for talking with me.
It was my honor, my lord. She deserved to be remembered.
Footsteps, a door closing. Silence. Then, the sound of the steward, alone in the room, exhaling very slowly. The sound of an old man who has been holding himself together through an act of extraordinary will and has only just been granted permission to stop. Lirenne presses her hand flat against the cold stone wall between them.
I know.
She stays there for a long time after the steward leaves, alone in the dark with the dying warmth of the fire on the other side of the wall and the sound of her own heartbeat, which is doing something she does not have a name for yet. He had asked about her the way people ask about things they are already lost to. She recognized it because she had watched her father do the same thing, standing in her mother's garden, speaking Seravane's name into the air, as though saying it carefully enough might bring her back. Lirenne knew what that kind of longing looked like. She was beginning to know what it felt like. In the dark, unseen, unheld, Lirenne closes her eyes.